That hey, Russell Hotels going live for that on air with Russell of Hotels. You know that live hospitality talk show. Everybody's talking about it. We're live today on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, which is Twitter, right? The old Twitter, and then IG as well. So hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year. Yeah, today is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, right? So hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great holiday season. Does it ever last long enough? I don't think so, right? It's always real quick, and it's like we get amped up for all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's over. Like darn, okay, that was it. So, but anyway, hey, I do this. I'm Russell of Hotels. Russell Edmond is my real name. That's my government name, and I do this show. This is for the people that don't know who I am. Never tuned into the show on air with Russell of Hotels. Comes on every Tuesday, 1 o'clock. I know I'm a little late today. I was having a conversation with someone that I see is on. So thank you so much, Adrian Braxton, for being on here. But I was having this long, lengthy conversation with someone I used to work with, someone that's a dear friend of mine, and we're just talking about the ins and outs of hospitality and all this kind of stuff. And maybe I'll share a little bit with you, some of the conversations we had. But this show is basically is hospitality based. I've been doing this. This is my 235th show today. So, I got to thank myself for that, right? So, what the heck? Hey, raise the roof. Yeah, but yeah, hey Lonnie Wolf, happy 2024 to you as well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the send me a couple of emails over the holiday. Appreciate that. Always good to hear from Lonnie Wolf. Now you talk about housekeeping and being a housekeeping expert. Lonnie Wolf is that person, is that guy. So if you need a jump start to 2024 in your hotel, maybe it's not where it should be cleanliness wise, and you need some controls and some things put in place, you need to reach out to Lonnie Wolf. That's all I'm gonna say. Make sure you follow Lonnie Wolf on LinkedIn, and then just make sure that just make sure you are linked in with him. And if you have questions, I'm gonna reach out to him, and I'm sure he'll steer you in the right direction. I know he will. So I'm not sure. I know he will. So I do this monologue first, right? Then I actually get into the show, right? So this is the monologue part first, where I kind of let you know exactly what's going on with the show. I appreciate everybody that has rolled with me the last several years of doing this, 235 shows I started, right? So I do appreciate everyone that has been with me, and I appreciate the support going into 2024, because 2024 was 2023 a good year? I thought it was decent, right? But is 24 going to be better? Yeah, of course it is. We always look at that. The glass is always half full, right? So yeah, of course it's going to be an epic year, right? So no, I'm looking at more collaborations. More. Of course, I'm gonna do more shows, right? I'm not just gonna stop with the on air with Russell of Hotels. I also do a daily check-in, which I do the days I don't do the on air with Russell of Hotel show. I do a daily check-in as well. So that's every day. So that's 4 days a week, and then this makes 5, right? So if you want to find me, you can find me, right? So like I said, I'm now starting off the new year doing YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and IG. Okay, so more coverage, right? So I gotta reach more peoples. I'm joking, but anyway, I see David Gray. I see Mr. David Gray is on here too. He's always says, "Oh, I always listen to you. I always watch you. I just don't say anything." Well, actually, he said something today. So let me make sure. See, this is the thing with the platform that I use. I can put your name, I can put your comments on the screen in real time. That's what it's talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So that's Adrian. She says I'm on. That means she's here. I told her to make sure she comes on because she was off today, and I just want to make sure I give the love to people and the people that support me. I appreciate that. So in real time, this is what they're saying. Lonnie Wolf in the house. I appreciate Lonnie Wolf. We've been rolling together for a couple of years. He's been a guest on my show at least once, maybe even twice, right? So he's out there in Florida. But yeah, so no, for me, it's all about, letting people know who they are, right? If I know who you are, what your business is, of course I'm gonna talk about you, right? So I mentioned Lonnie Wolf. David Gray, video, anything that has to do with video production, that's the guy for that, right? So David Gray, he happens to be a neighbor of mine. Lives a couple houses down from me, right? So he knows me. I see another LinkedIn user, and I don't see who you are, LinkedIn user. It says Happy New Year, congrats on number 235. No, I appreciate that. I'm about to see exactly who you are. Hold on one second. Pause. I love comments, and I gotta know who the people are. So hold on one second. But we're gonna get into the show in a bit. I just want to make sure I know exactly who is on here. Eric, that's Eric, and that's Jim. Okay, I see. Jim Schichter, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. I see Eric Gibson. Happy New Year to you as well. I was just talking to Natalie a couple of minutes ago. We were texting back and forth. So no, I thank you guys so much. But hey, real quick, hold on what you're doing right now, because I got to do my intro first, and then we're gonna get back in here and start the show. So give me a second, and I just got to cue it up here, and we're gonna do it right now.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations, before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship-building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Hey. Thank you again for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show. You know, we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry, specifically hotels, but it's mostly good than bad, right? So, you know, don't get it twisted. You know, hospitality industry has been good to me, but there's some stuff that comes up. There's stuff that challenges you every now and then, and sometimes I bring that stuff to the table, right? But a lot of things I talk about is based on my experiences, not based on this, what somebody told me, something that I read in a book or whatever. No, it's based on my experiences, and those are the things that I like to share with people, right? You got to be authentic. You got to share your authentic self with people, because some people they ain't going to believe you. They ain't going to roll with you if you're not telling them the truth, right? About what goes on behind the scenes kind of thing. So that's what this show, I started this show, like I said, years ago. It was based on my experiences. I want to say 2020 is when I started. 2020? Yeah, January 2020, right? Yeah. Was it 20? Yeah, it was 2020. Okay, I'm losing my mind here. But yeah, started in 2020, and now we're at the 235 shows. So once again, show number 235, Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. We're in the new year, so happy new year to everybody. Again, and thank you so much, David Gray, Jim Schichter, Eric Gibson, Adrian Braxton, Lonnie Wolf. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. Hey, anyone else is there, just make sure you make a comment. I'll make sure I put your comments on the screen. Just keep it clean. Okay, that's all I ask. So I can't get started without, let me throw this out here. I still got to get a code, the updated code, right? This is from last year, but that's okay. You can still use it. If you're staying downtown, you need a hotel, sponsor, right? You got to throw the sponsors out here, right? So stayinglevel.com, go to their website, you'll see their hotel. It's downtown on Olive Street. So if you got business downtown, or you need to be downtown, maybe you need to be next to the, crypto arena or the convention center or the Microsoft Theater, whatever your business is downtown. That's your business, not my business. But hey, stainlevel.com, use ROH23. That's the promo code, and you get the rate that I would get, right? It's not going to be free, but you'll get the rate that I get, right? So just think of it like this. Okay, so this is something I'd always talk about this particular hotel, is that the rooms, they have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites, okay? And the smallest one, a 1 bedroom, is 700 square feet, okay? So 700 square feet is huge for a hotel room. Now, because your average is between 300 and 350 square feet. Okay, that's your average hotel size of the room, right? Well, this is 700 square feet, so double the size, right? So for that alone, you should stay there anyway. But anyway, if you have questions at all, always feel free to reach out to me. But yeah, stainlevel.com. Just go to their website, and once again, when you book, always book direct. Okay, I don't care where you stay, always book direct. But use that ROH23. That's the code, and you'll get the rate that I would get. Boom. Today I'm showing a bunch of hotels, so if you see I changed scenes, and this is the Hotel Maya, Long Beach. So every scene that I change is either going to be a different hotel or a different destination. I'll make sure I show it. But let's get into the show now, shall we? And feel free to make your comments as the show is going. This show won't. I kind of condensed some things for this year. I kind of got rid of some slides or some scenes, but I added a couple more. So I don't know if it's going to be shorter, but at least, hour, 50 minute to an hour show. Okay. But I'll get through it as fast as I can because I don't want to lose people, right? I don't want to lose people's interest, right? So anyway, what did Lonnie Wolf says? Let me move that up. Russell, our good friend Dylan Beaumont, is in the house from above. I do miss our admin man. Yes. You know what, Dylan, for people that, reaching out or listening to it for the first time or watching for the first time, Dylan Beaumont was a dear friend of ours. We lost him last year. I want to say it's been about 6 months ago he passed away. But he always added, a different kind of vibe to the show, right? He would always, I think he was funny without trying to be funny. I don't know if he was intentionally being funny, but I do miss his comments. I do miss the conversations him and I used to have all the time. I mean, all the collaborations we did together. But yeah, I know definitely he's watching in spirit, and I appreciate the friendship and his unwavering support. Since him and I know each other for about 2 years. And he always supported, Russell of Hotels and On Air with Russell of Hotels. Always had questions. Always added to the conversation. Was a wealth of knowledge. Very intelligent when it came to hotel stuff. Well, when it came to a lot of stuff, but specifically when it came to hotels. So he was a general manager at the Fairfield Inn by Marriott in Eugene, Oregon. So I know they're missing him just like we missed him, like Dylan and myself and a couple other people that that we were all in the same circle, so to speak. And guess what? I never met Dylan in person, but we talk all the time. We did collaborations all the time, and it was just like he was just a good friend, right? Regardless if we ever, sat across from each other, shook hands or hugged or whatever. No, he was genuinely a friend. Okay, so yeah, I definitely miss him, and thank you, Lonnie, for bringing him up. I do appreciate that. Let's move on. So, okay, I always have a topic that I speak about. Today, boom, update your profiles, right? So, when we go into the new year, we always want to clean our stuff out. Like, okay, so my office is clean now, right? Or my office, this little cubby hole that's in front of me, right? All my invoices are caught up. Everything is in the system. I just have to print out some things, and I'm waiting for some printer ink that ran out of printer ink, and I need some of that, right? So, but anyway, that's the only thing I have to do, So I'm ready to go. As far as when taxes are ready, I'm ready to do it, right? Because I've already done all those things. So, but as we're cleaning house, beginning the end of last year, going into this year, we want to update our profiles. Like, did we get new jobs? Are we doing new things now? Like LinkedIn. Update your profile on LinkedIn. Update, if you're doing, TikTok or IG or YouTube, but update your, videos, update your dates. Are you doing something different now? Update those things. Those are things that we need to make sure that we are doing moving in, because we kind of forget some of that stuff. So social media, your resumes, if you're looking for another job. Well, you got to update your resume before you look for another job, right? Every time I talk to someone about a job, oh, I got to update my resume. Well, this is a great time to do it right now. First of the year, let's get everything ready. Let's get everything tight and buttoned up so we can, when we see that job we're interested in, we can just boom, send out that resume. Boom, 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 done. Okay. Websites. If you have a website, make sure you update them. Make sure they're current. And I'm my own worst enemy because I haven't updated mine. I got to update mine, right? So I'm not telling you anything that I don't need to do. Another thing that you need to update, especially if you're you do hotel site selection like I do, right? You want to make sure you update with Hilton. What is it called? Tax, TACS. I'm not sure what that even stands for, but it's basically how we get our commissions, right? So we don't get commissions from, and this is for people that don't know this, we don't get commissions from the major branded hotels. Meaning, back in the day, they used to, run the reports and cut you a check and all that stuff, and it would come directly from the hotel. Well, no, now there's a third party. For Hilton, it's TACS. Okay, so make sure your stuff is updated with them. If you change mailing addresses, or maybe you got a new bank account, because a lot of times they do things direct deposit. Make sure you follow up with them because you don't want any hold up on when you're trying to get, or any delay when you're trying to get your commissions paid. And I'm speaking from experience because, and it had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with them not getting their information, their stuff together, right? So I've been having these issues with one of these. I'm not going to say exactly who at this point, but if I don't get the money that I'm supposed to in the next couple of weeks, I'll let you know, right? But yeah, so make sure you update. Like I said, with Hilton, it's TACS. With Marriott, if it's group, it's Marriott Group Partners. You go in and basically you go into the behind the scenes site and you make sure everything is in there, right? So if you update it, you got a new mailing address, or you maybe a new company name, or maybe you have a new person that's in charge of your company or organization, whatever. You want to make sure all that stuff is in there, because believe me, they'll come up with some reasons for them not to pay you on a timely manner. I'm speaking from experience here, okay? So make sure that we are updating our profiles, social media, whatever social medias we're on, resumes. If you're looking for a new job, make sure we're updated on that. And use ChatGTP for your resumes. Are we using that? Are we that automated now? Are we that up on things where we're using ChatGTP for certain things? Use it for that, especially when it comes to like resumes. It will help you, compile or configure or whatever your resume. Make sure you do that, right? Update your websites. TACS if you do business with Hilton, and Marriott Group Partners. Okay, so just make sure we're doing all that stuff. First of the year is the best time to do it. Okay, who am I? What do I do? Okay, I'm Russell of Hotels, Russell Edmond. I told you that on the onset, right? I do this show every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Okay, for the most part, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so you always want to make sure you let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, right? So these are several things that I do. I didn't mention that I do a podcast on this thing. I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. So Lonnie has a comment here. Hold on one second. Let me put Lonnie's comment on here. Saying you got a lot here. Here's my update. Cleaning house in 2024. No hotel safe. I am coming for you to include getting you in the winner's circle, guaranteed. Here's the deal for those on the show. ROH is the real deal. I appreciate that. Lonnie, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, make sure you guys follow Lonnie on LinkedIn, and you'll see exactly what he does. He posts some phenomenal information, especially when it comes to cleanliness and getting your scores up. Because when we work for a hotel, we're all ranked, right? Guest service scores. Well, housekeeping is a big component of that. And you want to make sure that you're always getting the best scores that you can get, right? Well, sometimes there's stuff going on in a hotel, cleanliness-wise, we don't even think about. Behind the door, the elevator tracks. I mean, all that stuff. In fact, Lonnie and I had this conversation. If you see elevator tracks that are clean and spotless, you can bet that hotel is going to be clean and spotless. Because if they paid that much detail into cleaning those elevator tracks, pay attention. Next time you go to a hotel and you get in the elevator, look at the tracks, you know, where the doors close. Look at those tracks and see if they're clean. If it's clean, I mean, like spotless. I've seen some that just like glistening, just like so darn clean. I'm like, darn. And then when you get to the room room is spotless as well. If someone is paying that detail to the elevator track, just imagine what the room is going to look like. I'm just telling you that. Just check it out. Don't take my word for it. Just look at it yourself and see. Okay. So, but anyway, these are things that I do. These are a couple of things I do other than the podcast. Okay. So, or the hospitality talk show. That's what I like to call it. Okay. It's not a podcast in a traditional sense, I guess. Although I guess it's kind of a segue. I am recording this as a podcast as we're doing the video, right? So the audio is being recorded now, and I will be able to take that and put that up to Spotify. So just in case you wanted to take me on the go and just listen to me, you don't want to see what the heck I'm doing or seeing what's Russell wearing today. You know, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna get some brand deals with some clothing company, and they say, "Oh, what is Russell wearing today? Did you see what Russell was wearing? Oh my God, he had this black on black. You know what I mean? He was looking good, you know, that kind of thing. You know, that's my next thing. Okay, that's the next thing. But anyway, I'm the brand that helps your brand, right? So what does that really mean? I'm the brand that helps your brand, right? So I'm Russell of Hotels. That's a brand, right? Brand that I developed some years ago, in the hopes of helping hotels, you know, be noticed or get noticed, be top of mind. You know, some of the things that you're not able to do for your hotel, I'm able to do. Meaning I can talk about your hotel, you know, for at least an hour, 1 hour, let's say 3 or 4 hours a week on this show, right? Because I not only do this show on air with Russell of Hotels, but I also do the daily check-in. So just imagine that there's 5 opportunities during the week for you to, you know, for me to showcase your brand or to be a brand show off, right? Or to create content for your brand. Because right now this is creating content, okay? So this is creating content for me, and it's going to be creating content for every hotel that I'm going to show or every destination I'm going to show on every scene that I go to, right? So there's several things that I do. So brand show off. Okay, I'm the brand who helps your brand. Okay, that's one and the same. Content creating. Okay, so I'm creating content for not just me. I create it for hotels. I create it for some tourism boards as well, or CVBs or DMOs. And then also I do hotel site selection, which means I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, their retreat, their business sales kickoff, or whatever the heck, conference, convention, whatever it is, 10 rooms or more is considered a group. I'm here to assist them, right? So I have clients that have met. I just had one that met in Lake Arrowhead. That's the last one I did last year. But some in Miami and New Orleans, on the East Coast, the DC area, Virginia area, some other ones in California, San Diego. So it doesn't matter where it is. Last year I did, actually 2 years ago now, I did 2 programs, one in Italy and one in Greece. So it doesn't matter where. You give me the destination, I find a hotel. Boom, you got it. There you go. So any questions at all, always feel free to reach out and touch. Who's your best brand advocate? Now, this ain't a trick question, okay? You're your best brand advocate. Excuse me 1 second while I'm a little parched. I'm talking too much. I need a drink of water. But anyway, so you are your best brand advocate, right? So you're the one that has to be out there shaking the trees and see what falls out. Let people know who you are, right? You're the one that has to be the loudest. You're the one that has to shake the pom-poms, okay? You're your biggest cheerleader. You're the one that has to let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, right? So my job as a hotel site selection person is to take that away from the meeting planner, right? So the meeting planner can concentrate on the content of the meeting. They can do other things that they do. I find the hotel for them and I give them all the information, right? There's no secrets, right? So basically it's a seamless thing between me and the client. Whatever I know, the client knows. I'm sharing that information with them. I'm getting the information from the hotel. I'm sharing that with the client so they can make an intelligent decision on which hotel to use. I also help them with contract negotiation. And that, included in that is the pricing and, the food and beverage and all that kind of stuff that they need to make their meeting a success, right? So my job is to make sure it's the right hotel for that particular group or that company, that organization. So right now I'm dealing with, I'm working on with a group they're kind of a high-end group, right? So they expect high-end things. So I had to ask for history, right? I'm like, well, what is the history? What other meetings have you had, and what hotels have you had in, or resorts, right? They give me a whole list of things, right? I'm like, okay, well, this is not your typical group, right? This is a high-end group, so meaning you got to go with high-end hotels. Their food and beverage is higher than normal, right? Normal meaning my previous groups didn't have the food and beverage minimums that they have, right? I mean, they're like $30,000, right? And there's only maybe 15 to 20 people. So you have to know your group. In order for you to do a good job for your group or the company that you're representing, you have to do your homework, ask the right questions, give me some history about this particular group before I take on this new job or this new commitment. I need to know exactly what they expect, right? And I can only know that if I find out exactly, where they've been before, what's their history. So there you go. So those are some of the things that I do. I see another comment from Miss Janie. Happy blessed New Year, cousin. Thank you so much, cousin Janie Parrish. She's from Blythe, right? You guys know I'm from Blythe, right? She's from Blythe. She doesn't live there now, but she's from Blythe, right? So yeah, those are, always welcome the support of people from Blythe, especially when they're cousins. You don't have to be cousin for me to appreciate it, right? But everybody's family from Blythe, right? And then Lonnie says, be yourself, be authentic, and win, right? Okay. Yes, definitely, Lonnie. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So what was the next thing? Where am I? Is your brand staying relevant? Okay, well, I got a couple of things. If your brand is not staying relevant, or you don't know if your brand is staying relevant, I got a couple of things I'm gonna start sharing with you guys on a weekly basis, right? So this is something I added. I threw out a couple of things, and then I added a couple of things. Okay, so keeping your brand relevant involves ongoing efforts to adapt to changing market conditions, customer or consumer preferences, and industry trends. Here are a couple, I think I have 5 things to keep your brand relevant. Number 1 is continuous market research. Boom. Okay, I'm right outside the Ferris wheel here in the LBC. That's Long Beach, just in case you guys didn't know. This used to be the old Pike area. Maybe it's still called the Pike. Remember the Pike in Long Beach back in the day? I know you guys like, oh my God, the Pike. Oh, we used to go there as kids and this and that. But yeah, so this is the Pike. They still have a Ferris wheel there. And then you can see in the back, there's a roller coaster that I wouldn't be on, right? I may do the Ferris wheel. I don't even know if I would do that these days, but it's there. It's nice to see, right? But this is Long Beach, right? So I was going to show, like I said, I'm showing destinations as well as a couple of hotels today. So continuous market research is number 1. Regularly conduct market research to stay informed about industry trends, competitor activities, and shifts in consumer or client behavior. You got to be on top of that, right? Understand your target audiences, evolving needs and preferences. Know what the heck they want, right? So you have to be in tune with your client. Number 2, adaptability and innovation. Foster a culture of innovation within your organization. Be willing to adapt your product, services, or processes in response to emerging trends. Stay ahead of the curve by anticipating changes in the industry. The industry is always going to change, right? So these 5 things that I have are not just for the hotel industry, although of course that's near and dear to my heart. That's what I'm talking about. But you can use these in any industry that you're in, right? I just happen to be in hospitality, but these are interchangeable. Okay, so but every industry changes, right? Trends change, different things. Automation is now taking over in hospitality. People are using AI and chat boxes and all this kind of stuff. We may not even know what it is, but there are changes going on that they may affect us, they may not. Maybe it's just seamless and we really don't know. But like AI, people are saying, well, I don't want AI. AI is here and it's been here, okay? It will continue to be here. You call up and make a reservation, more than likely you're dealing with some type of AI because it's asking you to, for reservations, push 1, click. Okay, thank you for calling reservations, blah, 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 blah. That's AI, right? That's artificial intelligence. That's exactly what that is. So just give you an example of that. So don't think that, oh, I don't want AI. Well, you know what? You've been using AI. Your banking system is AI. Going through, I was in, what's the, Amazon Fresh. I didn't realize, I'd never been there before. Okay. This is my first time just going in there a couple of days ago. And everything is automated, right? You click beep, 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 beep. You get out and you just basically damn near just walk out of the store. That's all artificial intelligence. That's what that is. Okay. So you're using it and you may not even know that you're using it. But hotel industry, we're no different than from anything else, right? But it's hard for us to adapt, right? But we have to adapt. The QR codes. Remember, that was something that was a novelty several years ago. Well, now it's going to be the mainstay. Moving forward, expect to see more QR codes in restaurants or even at the front desk, for information. We need, information for the area, right? You probably go to your guest room and see a table tip with a QR code, boom, and that's going to replace. Remember the guest book that we had that had all the information about different restaurants and things in the area of that hotel. Well, a QR code for that. Hello, I was wondering about Amazon Fresh. Should I go? I see Mr. Andrew Kagan. Andrew Kagan is out here in oh my God, it's Italy. God, I always get the name. I forget. But he's in Italy, south the Adriatic Sea. Oh, gosh, he's gonna let me know. He's gonna kill me because I forgot. Help me out, Andrew, please. Andrew is a neighbor in the summer. Okay, he spends his summers here in LA, across the street from where I live, and he's not gonna tell me. Okay, but he lives in Italy. You get nothing. Okay, all right. I'll think about it in a minute. Gosh. Oh, yeah, I almost had it. Anyway, you're lucky. Yeah, no, you too, Andrew. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so where am I? Adaptability, innovation. Is that where I am? Foster coach. I already did that one. Number 3, strong online presence. Invest in a robust online presence, including a user-friendly website, active social media profile, and possibly other digital platforms relevant to your industry. So make sure we're speaking of hotels, right? I guess. Most hotel websites are easy to read. And a lot of times if you're with a brand, you basically have to go with what the brand is telling you anyway. So I understand that, but just make sure information is there. Make sure we're letting people know this is our website and how to navigate the website. I mean, that's basically all you can do if it's a branded thing. But let's say if it's a small independent hotel, just make sure that it's easy to get in and get all the information they need, make reservations. If there's group inquiries, make sure there's a separate thing for groups, that kind of thing, because group is 10 rooms or more. Most of the time you go to a hotel website, it'll only allow you to book up to 9 rooms. Anything over that is a group. It's considered a group, and they should refer you to like a group page or where you can put your information in there and then somebody will get back to you, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, anyway, no, you're not distracting me, Andrew, because I can continue to do what I do, but thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, man. I mean, not every day I get somebody from Italy on here. I just can't think of the name of the city, but, it's not every day I get somebody from Italy here. So we're international here. Just if you did not know that, now you know. We're international, okay? So strong online presence, right? So make sure, I think that's one of the most important things, that you can have a presence without being present, meaning I don't have to be at every event, right? Because people can still see me on social media, right? Especially if you follow me. Hopefully you follow me or with friends or whatever. But make sure that you utilize social media. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. Everybody has to post 10 times a day. No, you don't have to. But every hotel, every DMO, every CVB should have, at the very minimum, a profile on at least 5 of those major social media platforms. I'm saying just a profile. So if somebody happens to look on TikTok and they look for Russell of Hotels, does Russell of Hotels have a TikTok page? Yes, he does. Okay, even if I don't post, 10 times a month, or I actually do, but let's just say I didn't, I still have a profile on there. So you can type in Russell Hotels, and it'll pop up. Just like on Twitter, you can do that as well. IG, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I have profiles on all those pages because you cannot tell people how to look for you, how to find you. You don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know. I mean, sometimes people contact me. I don't even know how they contacted me. Where they find my information unless I ask them, say, hey, just for my own reference, how'd you find me? Ask that extra question, right? Oh, I found you through IG. I see you post things on IG. Okay, cool, thank you. Well, at least I know that works, right? So you can't tell people how to buy, right, or how to look. You just have to make sure you're accessible to them, right? If they want to go through TikTok, let them go through TikTok. If they want to go through IG, let them go through IG. Just make sure you have a profile. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. I see Miriam needs to step up her game with her. What are you saying? Very no frills. Oh, with her B&B, is that cooking? Or she has a B&B? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So see, you're giving me information that you should give me when you're here, okay? Not online, Andrew. But yeah, if Marion has a B&B, yeah, definitely step up her game. But super cheap, okay? So I'm putting comments from these people. That's from Andrew. Yes, Russell has spoken. Thank you so much. I see Lonnie has a long one. Hitting my last meeting, sign out ROH. Check out tomorrow's post, something you mentioned on your show today. Definitely. Yes, Taco Tuesday today. Yeah, I already put out, I got to cook two things, So there's meat eaters in the house, so I got to put out, ground turkey, and then I'll do some type of vegetable tacos today. I'm not sure, mushrooms or something. So we'll see. We'll see. So, but no, thank you so much, Lonnie, for joining. Appreciate you, and we'll see you again soon, right? So, okay, let me move forward on this. I think I'm not that I'm behind schedule, but this is good though, because I appreciate the comments, right? I appreciate the engagement because that's what it's all about. So some people will just unload on you and they ain't got nothing else to do. They want an audience, so I guess I'm that audience today. So tacos are my comfort food. Yes. Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, that's okay. That's fine, Andrew. Just continue to go. But yeah, make sure you have a strong online presence. Number 4 is authentic brand storytelling. Craft and communicate an authentic brand story. Share the values, mission, and unique aspects of your brand that resonate with your target audience. Authenticity builds trust and helps create lasting connections. That's why I always share with people. This show is based on my experiences, right? It's not based on, and I said this earlier, not based on what I read or what someone told me. No, this is based on my experiences, right? So I amassed all this, 25 to 30 years of experience within the hospitality or hotel space. And there's a lot of things that I want to share with people. And I think it's important that I do share with people. I was having a conversation today with someone, and we're talking about, trying to find another job, applying for other jobs. And do you know anything about this hotel or that hotel, and or any openings out there? And of course, I got to reach into my brain and find some information out there. But what we were talking about, and I had mentioned this before, and she had never heard this before, right? And it is something that, like I said, that I say all the time now. It has to do with when we're interviewing for a job. I said, remember this. It's not just that they're interviewing you for the job. We are interviewing them as well, okay? Because we don't have to take every job that's offered, right? We need to find out. We need to peel the onion. The onion has layers, right? You have to peel and see exactly what you're getting into. Once you unpeel the onion, you may say, well, shoot, I don't want that job. That's not what I'm signing up for. But we don't ask relevant questions. We just go in there, what are they paying us? When can I start? Oh, I had a great interview. This was great. What was so great about it? What'd you ask them? Do you have budget, and what's the budget? I mean, was the person that was in that job previously, were they successful with the numbers that they had to achieve? These are questions that we have to ask. And what is that job worth? And what are you worth? What's your worth? Because I see jobs today that are out there that they're not paying enough money. I saw this one, I'll just say it, the Long Beach Marriott is looking for a director of sales and marketing. And what they were paying, and maybe this was wrong, they're paying probably $30,000, at least $30,000 to $40,000 less than what they should be paying. I'm like, that's crazy. Who would take that job for that? Well, but I'm sure there is someone out there that will, because they don't know what they're worth and they don't know what that job is worth, right? So know those things. We have to do our homework before we go into these interviews. We got to exactly know exactly what we're getting into. What are we inheriting? And can I do it for the job, for the amount of money that they're paying me? Like I said, it's not based on us getting the interview, just being the interviewee. No, it's about us doing the interview too. We should have a list of questions when we go into a job interview. We shouldn't just be sitting there just taking it and like, oh, this is great. Oh, they want me. Oh, this and that. No. Do you want them? Have your book. Have your little notebook. Have your questions all ready for them. Oh, yeah, I have some questions. Because they always ask, right, at the end of the interview, hey, do you have any questions for us? We're finished with the questions for you, but do you have any for us? And we're like, oh, no, this is great. This has been great. Thank you so much. No, yes, actually, I do. You got time? Because I got like 10 questions I would need to ask. I would start with, what are my goals? What are my expectations? Was the last person in this job, were they successful? Were they able to make their numbers? What happens if I don't make my numbers? How many consecutive months or quarters can I go without making my numbers? Are these numbers attainable? Are they achievable? Were they made before? What are these numbers based on? I mean, I understand there's new supply coming into the area. Are you still requiring those particular numbers? Is this before the new supply came in or after? I mean, there's a lot of questions that we don't ask, and then we get in these positions, and then we're like, and then I hear these conversations, it's too much. They're not paying enough. Well, no. Did you ask that question before you took the job? No, I just, don't assume. We know what assuming does, right? So, but anyway, so I'm just, I'm just throwing out stuff out there. I'm just trying to educate people that may not know. But yeah, I'm here. Like I said, I'm here to assist people with this stuff. And like I said, it's based on my experiences and the information I gave. And I wasn't always giving this kind of information, right? I wasn't always this detailed when it came to interviews because my last job, I didn't ask enough questions. And it ended up not working. That was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. Had I took the time to ask more questions, I probably would have uncovered some things that I'm like, oh no, that's a red flag right there. I don't need to work there. I don't need to work for this person because this person is crazy. Well, I found that out later. But had I maybe took my time and asked some questions, I probably would have come up with that realization, like, oh no, this ain't the best job for me. Because every job is not the best for you. I'm just saying. We just think, because sometimes we get in desperate situations. And I understand taking a job because we need it right then, and we're in this, our back is against the wall. I understand that. But if you have time, and remember this, it's better to find a job when you have a job. Okay, when you have a job already, it's easier to find one because now you're not pressed to take the first thing that comes up, right? So you can analyze it first, ask those questions, and sit back and hey, well, no, this ain't the right job for me. Then that way you can pick and choose exactly what's important or know what's important to you and make an informative decision. Like, oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, so. Like I said, these are things that are based on my experiences, right? So not based on what someone told me, based on things that I had to learn over this, 25 to 30 years. I had to learn this stuff. I see Stacey Evan, my brother, okay, always ask questions. The door is open to peel back that onion. Yes, you're absolutely right. We got to peel back the onion, right? We got to make sure this is the right position for us, right? Because to them, they'll paint the perfect picture. Like, oh, this is great and this and that. But you get in there and then you find out there's union issues and you can't do this and you're restricted on here, and there's more supply coming in, and the owner is hands on. But if you don't ask those questions, you don't know. You just don't know. So just make sure. What did Andrew say? It's easy to say after the fact. It's hard to know if something is nuts in the short interview. Well, obviously hopefully you have more than one interview, but you have to ask the questions, right? If we're not asking the questions, then yeah, it's going to be a short interview. Okay, and if they're getting experience, if they're getting ticked off because you're asking questions, guess what? They ain't the place for you to work. If they can't answer questions, if they can, well, we only got 45 minutes. Well, no, I need an hour, because I got all these questions. If they're rushing you, we got someone else to interview. Well, maybe that's not the person or the job that you want, because that's just open it up. You just think, okay, you took that position and they're short with you during this interview. Well, how do you think it's going to go when you go to them with some issues that you have? They're going to be short then too. So people normally don't change their colors like that. Okay, so they are what they are. What's that old thing that you say? If people show you who they are, believe them. Okay, so if they're a certain way in the interview, guess what? They're gonna be a certain way when you start working with them. Experience is the best teacher. Yes, David Gray, it is. Kelly Griffin, I always secret shop the place before I accept the role. Go in when no one expects you and just observe. Oh my God, Kelly, I love it. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that, because you know what? This is funny. And you would think that I'm going to put that one back up there, Kelly. My last job, I did that same stuff, right? But when it came to the interview, I didn't ask the right question. I did go and see the vibe of the hotel and all that kind of stuff. I hung out in the lobby for, a couple hours, a couple days, right? Just to kind of see the flow of what was going on. And it was a vibe that I liked, right? But in the interview, like I said, I didn't ask enough questions, because if I would have asked enough questions or the right questions, I would have figured out that the vibe of the hotel and the vibe of the person I interviewed with were not the same. Were inconsistent. Okay, they were inconsistent. But yeah, I think that's you hit it right there. Thank you so much for sharing that. But yeah, that's, in fact, like I said, I'm gonna put that up there again, Kelly, because that was a great one. Secret shop before you accept the role. Go there and hang out and see what the heck is going on. Is this a place that I want to be associated with? Is it coincide with the energy from the person that you interview with? I mean, all that kind of stuff makes sense, right? We got to be more strategic in taking these roles. We can't be, because sometimes, like I said, desperate times calls for desperate measures. I understand that. I've been there before too. But like I said, if you have time to really look and assess and all that stuff, do that. Take that road, okay? And make sure, like I said, know your worth and know what that job is worth. Meaning you got to do your market research and see, is that the going rate for this particular hotel or this job in this area? Like downtown, okay, I'm downtown LA. I'm going for a job downtown LA. What are the salaries downtown? I mean, I know what they are, right? So when I said the hotel in Long Beach, they're underpaying that position. That's based on what I saw, based on what they have posted. Now, maybe that number's wrong, but I know that job goes for at least $30,000 to $40,000 more, and I wouldn't take it for less than that. I'm like, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm hoping people do pay attention to that stuff. So, but anyway, what is? Yes, Kelly does know, and it's an it's definitely an investment in your future. So yeah, you got to make sure that you make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So okay, so see, I love this. See, I don't mind that I'm going over. Well, I haven't gone over yet. I don't mind that, because where am I? Yeah, oh God, I've got plenty of time. I don't mind it because I love the engagement, right? That's what this is all about. It's about people with their, what they think about certain things. I'm not always right? And that's fine. But I love to get different, different perspectives from different people, right? So I love it. So keep that stuff coming. So who's hiring? Did I finish this? I probably didn't finish. I'm jumping ahead. And did I even finish what I was doing? No, I didn't. You guys got me. It got me nervous. So yeah, authentic. Did I mention authentic storytelling? Okay, craft and communicate an authentic brand story. Share the values, mission, and unique aspects of your brand that resonate with your target audience. Authentically builds trust and helps create lasting connections. Yeah. So make sure, this is me, right? This is me being authentic, right? This is my brand stories. I started this on air. I started Russell of Hotels because I left my last job, right? My last hotel job didn't work out, okay? So I said, if I'm gonna bust my butt for someone, I darn sure can bust my butt for myself, right? So they didn't appreciate the stuff I was doing. And like I said, it goes back to me not asking those right questions and all that kind of stuff during the interview process. And basically I set myself up to fail. And I'm not saying they said no. They were the way they were. I didn't ask enough questions. Okay, so I set myself up to fail. So I said, well, now what would I do next? What would be my next move? I said, you know what? I've always wanted to start my own thing. Okay, I always want to do hotel site selection. Well, then it was meeting planning, but now I call it hotel site selection. I always wanted to be a resource for multiple people for multiple hotels, not just one, because when you're at one hotel, you can only help that one hotel. But now that I'm Russell of Hotels, I can help many hotels. Doesn't matter where it is. I can help many people. Doesn't matter where they are. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I left. It was because of that, right? So, and I shared that story earlier with someone that I was having a conversation with, and they had no idea. I'm like, yeah, it was a toxic environment. I had to get the heck out of there. Either I was gonna get out of there, or they were gonna escort me out of there. One of the two. They came close, right? But that's my story. Okay, that's my brand story. That's why I started Russell of Hotels, which led to On Air with Russell of Hotels, to share this kind of story, this information. Yes, I can help anybody. Wait a minute. Did you actually say not always right? No, you're not always right. But you're funny, Andrew. Let me put up this last one that he put up. What'd you say? Can you help Miriam? Yes. Yes, I can help Miriam as well. So, okay, the next one, customer feedback. This is some things we sleep on. Customer engagement and feedback. Actively engage with your customers or clients through various channels. Encourage feedback and listen to what your customers are saying. Use their insights to refine your offerings and enhance the customer experience. Yeah. So listen, ask your clients, because sometimes we don't ask enough questions, right? Because we don't want the answers. We don't want to know the answers, right? But no, we have to ask our customers, our clients, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I used to invite them over for breakfast and lunch or whatever, say, hey, evaluate your service, evaluate what's going on. Why do you choose us over the hotel across the street, or vice versa? Maybe someone I'm trying to get from across the street. Why did you choose them over us? Ask the questions. They're honest. They will tell you. And then take that same information, share it with your executive team. Hopefully they got some sense. And maybe you can come up with a solution how you can get more business. But it starts with the customers for a lot of times, and we don't want to get that information because sometimes, like I say, they're too honest. We don't want that kind of feedback. We don't want that smoke from them. No, you got to ask them. You got to ask them what they think. I ask my clients the same thing. Well, what do you think about the meeting that I just helped you do, or the site select, or the hotel that I helped you choose? Sometimes like, oh, we don't want to go back there again. Okay, hey, what's the reason why? Well, this, and that. Okay, I understand. So noted. Thank you so much. And I let the hotel know if it's something where they fell short, because a lot of times they should. The best time for a hotel to rebook something is when the group is still there. Okay, find out. I haven't got my last meeting. I don't think have I ever received a call yet. No, we booked something for next year. So for this year. So, okay, we're good. But the previous hotel, I'm trying to think, have they reached out and said, hey, we want that business back? No, they haven't. But you have to do that. The best time to rebook something is when they're still there. Okay, just for the salespeople out there, find out, when your client is going to be there when they have their meeting, make sure you're up on that, and just say, hey, how was it? Hey, can we rebook this for next year? Are you in a position where you can rebook it for next year? Because if they've had a great time, that's the best time. You don't want them to leave and and start looking at other places. No, if they have that meeting, that same, pattern, like every September, they have that same meeting, and they just finished a great meeting at your property, that's when you should be in their ear like, hey, can I get another contract to you? If you book 2 years in a row, I can give you the same rate. Whatever the case is, I'm just throwing that stuff out there, right? Because I'm all about my sales pitch, right? So anyway, those are the 5 things. But in the last thing, just has an asterisk by it. Collaborate and partner with Russell of Hotels. That's what ROH stands for. So that's a way that you can, this is all about keeping your brand relevant. So as I'm going through these slides, just imagine that your property is the one that I'm showing. Instead of showing the Ferris wheel in Long Beach, I can be showing your property, right? So I've been on this show for 55 minutes and 30 seconds. And I've been on this slide probably for the last 15 minutes, okay? So just imagine that your brand is being displayed for the last 15 minutes. And this thing stays up here forever. It's not like, I'm going to delete the show after I'm done, right? So these are things that you can do to keep your brand relevant. You got to use social media. You got to put it out there. Who's hiring? Who's hiring? I didn't do the Nami Eats today, but today is Taco Tuesday. Like I said, I'm doing some type of vegan tacos. I'm not sure what vegetables I'm going to use, but probably mushrooms and maybe some zucchini squash. What about that? I got to make my own salsa and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fire. Okay. This is the Hotel Maya. This is their lobby area. It's kind of out looking there outside. You see the palm trees. That's Southern California, right? So who's hiring? I just have a couple real quick, and these are in the greater LA area. Hampton Inn Complex. Hampton Inn. They're looking for a complex director of sales and marketing. And I think the Hampton Inn, and there's a courtyard next to it, so you'll be selling dual properties. I guess that's the complex. And this is in Cypress, Cypress is in kind of border LA County and Orange County. And this is with Dimension Hospitality. Hotel Figueroa, that's downtown LA. They're looking for a director of engineering. So if you're an engineer or you know someone that's interested in Hotel Fig, I love Hotel Figueroa, just in case you do not know. One of my favorite boutique hotels downtown is Hotel Fig. That's probably in the top 3. I always say that, right? That's probably in the top 3. And then the Marriott Long Beach Airport, right? So that's the one I was talking about where I think it's underpaid, right? So they're looking for a director of sales and marketing. So there you go with that. Let's see what else I got. What else do I have? So this is Russell of Hotels 3 Ps. The 3 Ps. Purpose, passion, perseverance, okay? Purpose, know why you do what you do, okay? I do this show so I can get engagement, so we can have these conversations, right? So we can have these conversations from Andrew, who just obviously he needed someone to talk to. Okay, so he's throwing out information. No, I appreciate you, Andrew. I'm just joking. Kelly, I appreciate Kelly. I appreciate Stacy, Adrian, Jim Schichter, Lonnie Wolf, all the people that Mike, Janie, all the people that Eric. What's up, Eric? Eric is a landscape architect and he does hotels. So if you have a hotel that needs some landscape architect, you need to call Eric Gibson, okay? I'm telling you, follow him on LinkedIn, and I think he may be on IG too, but I know he's on LinkedIn, so make sure you follow Eric Gibson. David Gray, appreciate you joining as well. You guys need to do it more often, okay? I need that support. I need that ongoing support. I'm not saying you gotta do it all the time, but at least on Tuesdays, right? Tuesdays at 1:00. What y'all doing? So it's all about networking. Yeah, there you go, network. Okay, that's what it's all about. And you can network. You don't have to be in person to network with people. You can network here, okay? Follow everybody on LinkedIn or follow them on Facebook, wherever they are. Follow them, okay? I see Sherry Hatchett. That's another cousin. She's from Blythe too. Doesn't live there now, but she's from B-Town. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much, cousin Sherry. Appreciate you coming on. She's on Facebook. I appreciate the Facebook people as is on Andrew as well. So yeah, so it's good to see that. Like I said, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and IG. Okay. If you say you can't, I try to find you on your show, but I can't see. I don't find you. You're lying. Okay. because I just named 5 platforms that I'm on. Okay, now what platform are you on if you can't find it? Okay, so, okay. Anyway, getting back to what was I saying? Purpose. Know why you do what you do. Like I said, I do this show because I want to be a resource. I want to be able to assist people people that are in the hospitality industry or hotel industry, or people that want to know more about it, right? Maybe where to stay, or I got this group and I don't know what to do. You know, they send me this contract. What does this contract mean? What does this mean? That's what I do, right? I'm a resource for that stuff. So if you have questions like that, as long as the questions are not too long, because I'm just gonna say this: there's a fine line between a conversation and a consultation. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. So, but know why you do what you do, and then passion. Either you have it or you don't. If you don't have passion for what you do, you know what you should do? Find something else to do. Okay, and then perseverance. Be consistent. Continue to evolve. Don't give up and swerve when you need to. I mean, we swerve here. We don't pivot. You know, pivoting is like you see it in horizon, but you go through it anyway, and you get stuck. Like, oh my God, I got to pivot. No, swerving, you see it in the horizon. That's an issue. I'm going to swerve around it. I'm going to go around it. I'm not going to go through it. I'm going to go around it. That's swerving. That's the difference between swerving and pivoting. And On Air with Russell Hotels, or Russell Hotels in general, we swerve, we don't pivot. Okay, boom, there you go. Drop the mic, I'm done. But anyway, I think that's about it. Let me just real quick, Level Hotel, once again, stayinglevel.com. Use that promo code ROH23. You get the rate that I get. That is downtown. Let's say you're going to Crypto Arena to watch the Lakers or the Kings or the Sparks or the Clippers, and then or you go into the convention center, which is right across from there. It's in the same area. So thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on. We'll put your comment on there. But yeah, so just make sure if you're downtown LA, stayinglevel.com. And then real quick, this is the quote that I always share now. It has to do with travel. People, we travel, we go to different places, and travel will teach you a lot of stuff if you allow it to. Travel will educate you about people, places, and culture if you allow it to. Although we may be different in our looks and beliefs, we all want the same thing: to be appreciated and respected for our differences. So of hotels. I came with that quote like a couple of years ago. Just came to me like boom. Okay, so when we travel, it's education. It's a learning thing, right? We don't have to like everybody that we see, because in life, do we like everybody? And the most important thing is everybody like us. No, but we still have to be respectful enough to appreciate, where they come from, appreciate their differences, because everybody's different, right? Can't treat everybody the same because everybody's different. We're all from different places, okay? It's just how it is, right? But like I said, we don't have to like everybody. Everybody doesn't like us, but we should at least respect whatever their beliefs are, whatever they stand for. Let's just, hey, let's keep it moving. There you go. That's what I do. So anyway, everyone loves me now. I don't need everybody to love me. Thank you so much, though. Going to Italy in May. Need some love. Okay. See, Chito, I got somebody on here that's in Italy now. So maybe I'll get y'all together. So you let me know in Italy where you're going, and I can communicate. We're in Italy. So real quick, where in Italy are you going, Chito and Valerie? Let me know. Let me know. I'm trying to think where they are. Andrew, can you tell me where you are again? Because I forgot. And real quick, we got to speed this up because where am I now? See, I'm 4 minutes over now. See, but for you, Chito, I'm gonna ask Andrew one more time where he is, and he probably won't tell me, but that's okay. All right, but no, give me information, Chito, and then I'll see what I can do. Okay. All right. So I appreciate that. See, that's what this is all about, right? So my job is to be a resource, right? He's asking questions about Italy. Let me know. I had booked into Italy, but it was specifically Rome. And my client was taking a cruise to Greece, right? So they were in Rome for 2 days before the cruise. They went on the cruise for 7 days, came back, and they stayed 2 more days. So I did pre and post cruise, right? So but they went to Rome. So just let me know, and then I can at least give you the hotel that I use for my client. So not a problem. So just reach out to me, and we go from there. So that's what it's all about, right? So once again, excuses, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so that's it. So if you guys don't follow me on LinkedIn, please do. LinkedIn, IG, YouTube, Russell of Hotels or Russell Edmond. That's my name. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com. Check things out that I do. I do need to update it. This is show number 235, so I appreciate you guys. You always got to start off the first one with a bang. So if I went a couple of minutes over, that's okay, right? I'm like 5 minutes over. That's okay. Stuff happens, all right? But anyway, you guys have a great day. Great 2024. I'll be back tomorrow to do the daily check-in. Appreciate you guys. And you guys have a great day. And today's Taco Tuesday, so make sure you get some tacos because that's what I'm going to do, all right? Until next week, peace.
Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of great value.